Alright everyone, welcome back to Tall Tales Custom Tackles. Got back from vacation yesterday. Trying to get back, in the groove of things. Let's see, it's about 8:30, Saturday morning. Got up about an hour ago trying to get started around. Got my coffee going. What I think I'm going to do, honestly, in this video is, and I'm going to have to break it up, or not break it up, but I'll have to do some time lapse in it so it ain't so drawn out. Anyway, I'm going to just give you a little intro, tell you what we're doing, and then we'll have to come back in like 30 minutes when we're ready. I have a lot of, well, I'll show you. I brought some out. I have a lot of already cut up, but plastic. I have some there. I have some over there already cut up, but I was really leaning towards doing the red with the cut up sprues of the ballistic, which when you melt this down, it'll be more of a this honestly makes more of a, even though it's blue right here, the black really takes over, and you'll have kind of like almost like a midnight bluish black. You know what I mean? It's like not solid black, but the black really does take over a lot. But anyway, I think I'm gonna try it with the green pumpkin. I got most of this is regular green pumpkin, then some of it's green pumpkin with small, like bluish. It's technically, this is supposed to be royal blue, but that company that makes that flake, it's really just a real light color blue, but being in green pumpkin, it almost turns it to a green color. But they're roughly about the same amount. It's just the way this cup is designed. This is an Amazon. Let's see if they got it on here. I thought they might have it, but anyway, this one come from Amazon. You can't even hardly find these Pyrex 8-cup cups anymore. If you do, they are crazy expensive. And honestly, I like how this one is designed off of Amazon. I probably buy another set, because you're cheaper buying a whole set that comes with like a single 1 cup, a 2 cup, a 4 cup, and an 8 cup. And I just like how it's designed. It's real thick. It does pretty good. Anyway, we're gonna heat these up. We're gonna throw them in here. And oh yes, we're gonna fire up the old shooting star, because honestly, that's mostly what I've been using the shooting star for. I get a lot of questions about it, and I ain't used it a ton. I mean, I've fired it up probably about 10 times, so it ain't like I use it all the time. I've honestly been mostly using it for stuff like this, because I have so much remelt. And don't get me wrong, I will, this past week, I was looking to see if I had any more laying around, but like before I went on vacation, I actually I filled up one of the Presto pots and done it with a single color, and done it that way. I mean, it's still fast. Unless you're gonna really produce a lot of baits, I mean, you really don't need a shooting star. I didn't really need one. It's just one of them things. I wanted one. Because they are, you'll have some people argue with you on that. They are a little bit slow. They take a little while to heat up. The cleaning process is a little bit slow. For you to clean it proper, it does take you a little bit of time. It's a little bit slower than now. Once you get everything done, your prep and all, you can bang out baits real fast. I mean, really fast. So that's great. But as far as your prep time, getting ready, and then your cleanup time, it's really slow. So I mean, if you're going to be banging out a ton of the same colors, like you're going to do let's say black and blue, or red and green, or anything like that, and you don't have to fully like clean it, and you can just keep on, then it wouldn't be that terrible bad. But as far as your actual prep time and cleanup time, it is fairly slow. You know, because it takes these things a while to heat up. And I see a ton of people say they just put the raw plastic in and heat it up. Personally, I'm gonna microwave it. I've done it with raw plastic, and it does not do any faster, in my opinion. Your machine might be quicker, your machine might be an older model, I don't know, but it is not as fast. I can be already shooting by heating it up in the microwave way before I can by heating it up straight from the pots, and it just seems to, I get a better result, is what I'm saying. It took way too long to get it heated and mixed up. I mean, it took way longer than what I wanted to. So I will heat it up in the microwave. I've seen people say they went to the Shooting Star to get away from the microwave. Well, that's fine, but I'm not, it just takes too long to heat up there. These two big 1100 watt microwaves, I can throw one of the 8-cup batches over there and over there, and I mean, in 15 minutes I can dump those in. And then if I want a full gallon and a half, I'll take another 4-cup batch and heat up for another 5 minutes, and I'm good to go. So that to me is a lot quicker. So by the time these get up to temperature and ready to go, I've got everything else prepped and ready. But as far as molds, I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna shoot. I know this is way too long for an intro, but once I get this, and I'm fixing to end it, once I get this heated up and see, I was wanting to do some hog salad molds. I do like those. They shoot really good. I might, depends on how this looks, I might veer off, but I'm thinking I might want to go with some with some speed worms, and maybe a few H crawls, but we will see. I want to see exactly how this is going to look once it's done, and we'll go from there. But I will bring you back when we actually have the plastic heated up. So it'll be 20 or so minutes heated up, the pot's ready to go, and it'll give me time to put some charge on this battery, because this battery's at 4%, because as I've stated before, these GoPro batteries are garbage. Alright, show you what we got. We got 2 of the large H-crawl molds, 2 of the mag speed worm, 2 of the 3-inch H-crawl, and then 2 of the regular size speed worms. Up to temperature, actually, and I'll show you here. And you're wondering why I'm moving it like this. I got 40% on this battery I've been charging. I added 4 cups worth of just regular plastic, just to try to make, that way we got a full gallon and a half. So we got a pretty good batch. I don't know if I'll video the entire gallon and a half, honestly, just because I don't want to take all day. So I'll probably shoot a couple runs, and I'll put it on I'll just put it on the time-lapse mode, let you watch that a couple minutes, and then we'll end it. But alright, let me see if I can find a decent location to put this. I changed the tripod over to the bigger one. Let's see here. Try to get to where you can see. Oh, let's see here. Alright, from what I can tell, you might can see what's going on there. Let me purge it a little bit. There we go. Alright. this color might not turn out too bad, or who knows, it might be butt ugly. You know, that red side is actually a, all the sprues from that Spanish crawl color I did a while back. Which was actually not a bad looking color. It was kind of cool. I had never heard of it until the customer asked for it. And that's the fun thing about a lot of these colors. There's so many discontinued colors out there that you haven't seen, like different areas. And then when somebody asks if you can do it and you start going back and researching some of the discontinued colors, you wonder why they discontinued them. I mean, did people not buy them, or they just, the company got tired of making them? I mean, there's some pretty cool colors out there that got discontinued, and it's odd. I always try to remember which side is up and down when you're doing this. Luckily, like a lot of your molds, unless you're doing swim baits, you know, there's a lot of your molds that don't, you know, it doesn't matter what side is up or down, but on a lot of them you really want to pay attention to what side you have up and down. You know, you can even mark on your injector. I'll show you on this other injector what you can mark, you know, etch or whatever you want to do, up, down, you know, left, right, whatever. So just try to keep up with it. For example, if we was doing our lizards, or you know, some of these other crawls that have a top or bottom, swim baits, whatever side you want the bottom, just remember that. And I'll give you an update on, if you watched one of my previous videos about the injector. This is the Fat Guys fishing injector. It was extremely tight, you know, but you had to lube it each time. But I mean, I was hoping it would loosen up. Let me see. Yeah, I was hoping it would loosen up. This is the O-ring I took off of it. And it's hard to tell by camera, but the O-ring I took off of it is way fatter than the ones that come with like bass tackle. But anyway, I shot it off the camera. Now I'm not knocking the injector. The injector is pretty cool, but if you are having that problem, order you some O-rings from the from like bass tackle. Because I mean, it was just so tight. I mean, you had to lube it every single time, and even then it was still a little bit tight. And I got tired of that real quick, and I changed it out and put the bass tackle O-ring in it, and it's been smooth ever since. So I don't know if that's because I've seen everybody else saying how smooth their Fat Guys fishing injector is. I don't know if that was just that might have just been a bad one in the bunch. I don't know. I might be the only person that got one that was too big, and it was just so tight you couldn't hardly use it. So like I say, I might be the only person that ended up with one like that. So, but if not, and yours is tight, try that out, because it's been extremely smooth ever since. Alright, let's see if these look like garbage or not. These colors might not be good together, you know. We will see. Let's see, we'll do first. That actually isn't not bad at all. I might actually put a little bit of green pumpkin pigment, because I told you I added, you know, 4 cups worth of just regular clear plastic to it. So, but that don't look bad. But you see what I'm saying, how translucent it is. But really, that don't look bad. I'm tempted to just leave it like that. I mean, it looks pretty. Yeah, I'm not gonna mess with it. I mean, that looks pretty good. I like the fact that it's translucent like that. So I'm not gonna mess with that at all. I think that looks pretty good. All right, let's hurry up and get this batch, and then we will. Yeah, that looks pretty good. That way we can try to speed this video up and not take all day. Yeah, I actually try to get one. That is not bad. Like for these worms, it probably wouldn't hurt. I don't know, that looks good. No, I'm gonna leave it alone. I was just trying to decide if I really wanted to if I wanted to leave it alone or do something with it, but I'm really just gonna leave it alone. That looks pretty good to me. Yeah, I mean, and you can't go wrong with these mag speed worms. Me and my dad, we went to a couple of new lakes. Well, I don't know, one is called a lake and the other one's a pond, and I don't understand why, but anyway, the lake is like 20 something acres big. It is a tiny little lake. And then we went to a pond, but anyway, the smallest bass of that day came off of that mag speed worm, which that bass was gigantic compared to that speed worm. Or I mean, that speed worm was big, you know, gigantic compared to that worm. You know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, that worm is like 7 inches long. That bass was that bass might have went 7.5 inches long. I mean, he was just a small bass, but he wanted a big meal, apparently. All right, we got 2 more, and then we will. Yes, and I love these regular size speed worms. They're perfect size for catching small, medium, large bass. I mean, that 5 3/4 inch I'll catch them all. All right, I'm gonna swap over and put you on the slow mode, and then we'll speed. Alright, took it off the time lapse real quick. I decided to run a couple of these, and that's the apparel grub by Hog Salad. Only made like 16 of them. I only ran it twice, you know. But I just wanted to swap over real quick and show you that. That was like a last minute decision. Well, you probably saw me on the time lapse where I put it in there. Alright, I'm gonna swap out some molds real quick. I could have kept on running these. I would need to use my cooling plates, and I honestly just don't feel like having to swap over to the cooling plates, so I decided to grab a few different molds. The ribbon tails, I'm actually going to do those the 7-inch for myself, honestly. Let's see, I can put something in here for a spacer. A couple of these ringworm, well, probably only one. There should be enough room. Yeah. All right. Whew, I could almost get it in there without having to readjust. Let me look at this real quick and decide what I want the bottom or top to be. Because I got one bait that I just loaded at the bottom and top. You know what? I'm gonna let it ride. Red on bottom. All right, there we go. We will. Let's see. There we go. We'll shoot the first run on regular speed, and then I'll swap over to the lightning fast mode. Alright, right here we got a couple of brush hog molds from BTS. They're 4.5 inch. Then I got 3 of the 7-inch bass tackle ribbon tails. Which personally I like the 7-inch. You know, I get a lot of people asking about, oh, do you got a 10-inch? Well, I got one that hangs a little over 9 inches. You know, and to me that's plenty big enough. But personally, if I'm going to use them, I prefer the 7-inch version. But there's a lot of people that believe in the big worms. You know, I've had customers ask me, oh, you got a 10.5 inch? No, I got one that hangs, you know, like I say, a little over 9. Oh, that ain't nowhere near big enough. Well, that's a pretty damn big worm to me. So and I have thought about buying a, you know, a bigger worm mold. I've had a lot of people ask for them, but I personally don't use them, and I really just don't see no reason getting one when I would probably only sell a couple of those big worms. I mean, so I don't see no reason in it. I could be wrong, you know, I might would sell a ton of them, but I'm just one of those, if I don't sell a lot of a certain style bait, I'll eventually get rid of it. For example, you know, I had that what was it called? The action worm, the it was 3.6 inch. And I mean, I sold some, but I didn't sell a lot of them. You know, because it was one of them baits that that when it released, everybody got that mold. So it's like, you know, everybody was fighting, you know, not necessarily fighting over it, but it was like everybody had, you know, that bait to offer. So I didn't see no need to keep it when I think total in the last several, you know, 6 or so months, I don't know how long I had that mold, but I think I might have made about maybe $30 to $40 off that particular bait. You know, I mean, I didn't sell very many of them. I did get rid of my 4.5 inch reaper mold, which certain times of the year I sell a lot of those. I just, you know, I decided to get, I needed to get rid of a few because I plan on bringing a couple of different ones in, and I know some people collect them. You know, they'll hold on to them forever, and I'm just not gonna do that. Personally, if I, you know, once I get a certain amount of it and I plan on adding some more, I'll probably take some of the ones that's not as popular. Now, if it's a bait that I personally use, for example, you know, my H-craws, yeah, I do sell a lot of them. Them are probably one of my top sellers, but at the same time, that particular bait I use a lot of, so I'll keep those. You know, same with my winged lizards. You know, I don't sell a lot of those, but that bait in particular I use a lot of, so you know, that'd be a bait I won't never get rid of. Same with these 7-inch, I probably won't never get rid of those. Anyway, you got certain baits that you personally use a lot of, so you won't get rid of. I don't know if I said it. 2 of these are the Angling AI Phantom Grub, the Angling AI Punch Bug, and then the 6.25 Mag Worm, which I use as my trick worm. So I've got a couple of molds I've been looking at. I've really been looking at a couple of frog molds. I think I mentioned it in one of my videos about the frog mold. They just made it into a 4 cavity that Fat Guys Fishing has. I'd like to see a little bit more video of them before I pull the trigger on, because they are a little bit expensive for that particular version of a frog. But anyway, all right, that looks really good in the try to get you where you can see that color in particular. Looks really good. It really, right there, almost reminds you of like a root beer, you know, but that's how those 2 colors play on each other. Yeah, that turned out pretty good. We'll do a couple of runs of this and see how much plastic we got left, and I might swap over and make something else for fun. I don't know yet. All depends on, yeah. Now see, I probably won't do another run of these. I don't know, I might, because I pretty much just done these for myself, those ribbon tails. These other ones, I'll gradually post them on a Facebook selling group and get rid of them. You know, I'll probably keep a few of them, but the majority of these you'll see on one of those Facebook, you know, selling groups. That Phantom is a, I don't even know if I got you in the camera, but that Phantom is a great shooting bait. And it's all around great bait. I mean, you can use the Phantom grubs on everything. Well, you could Texas rig it actually with a small hook, but everything from a jig, punching, you could use it on a variety of stuff. There's that punch bug. That color works really well in that. I'm actually very impressed. I might shoot a couple extra of those, because I actually sell a decent amount of these punch bugs. Yeah, now that there looks really good. I don't know if the camera, there's kind of a shade shadow there. I don't know if that was showing up that great or not, but out of these baits right here that I'm showing, honestly, I sell a pretty good bit of, I sell a decent amount of the little brush hogs, even though I ain't had that mold long. The Phantom grubs, I haven't really even been offering them. I've only sold a couple of them. Punch bugs I sell a lot of, and the trick worms. Alright, I'm gonna swap you over, yeah, because we're gonna be all day long. I'm gonna swap you back over to the quick mode. Alright, I loaded some of my lizards. This color really ain't ideal for lizards, but I'll use them. Let me unplug, yeah. Show you what we got so far. There's all the grubs. I did add some, these are just for me, I'll use them. Unsalted stick baits, I just did 10 of those. So I don't know how much more plastic we got. I looked at it and it looks like we got a little bit, so I'm gonna shoot probably just one run of these lizards. I'll decide once I shoot them. But let's shoot these lizards real quick and we'll see what they're gonna look like. I'm gonna keep it the same as I've been. I'm just gonna do red on bottom. I've said it before and I'll say it again, I wish they would have made these. I like these winged lizards, but I wish they could have made them in at least a 4 cavity. You know, it just seems like a waste, you know, with a 2 cavity. And I think they would sell more of them if they could figure out a 4 cavity. I mean, they're just, them 2 cavities kind of suck, but it is what it is. Let me see how much we got. Yeah, we got enough to do a few more runs of something. I definitely don't want a few runs of the lizards in this color. I mean, I really don't think I want too many lizards in that color. Oh, mini chomp, no. Eel, no. It's not ideal, cause well, you know what? I do have a chatterbait that might work. I think I'll make a few chatterbait trailers in that color. Just, well, for one, to try to use up a little bit of plastic, and for two, I do have a couple of jigs, you know, bladed jigs that I believe will be close to a decent match for that. So yeah, I'll run a few of them. Let's see, is there anything else I want to run in that color? Not really. I don't want no swim baits in that color. I don't think no jerk baits in that color. I really don't want many crawls in that color. I got enough with the H crawls. Let me see. I might do. I'll do one run of the ecto crawl in it and see how it looks. Because personally, I like using the ecto crawl a lot. You know, I use it a ton for myself. So, alright, these should be about ready and we'll hurry up. If they're not ready, we're going to force them ready. Keep this video going. Alright, and I'll just show you one of these real quick, and then I'm gonna move all of these. You know, that ain't a bad color. You know, it ain't, that just don't look bad at all. But like I say, these I'll probably just be for personal use. I doubt I'll sell any of those. You know what I mean? I don't think I'm gonna, you know, offer up any of those. Let me just sit that to the side. Let's see here. To crawl that way. Punch bug. Where's the belly? Alright, belly's down here. Let's see, do I have one more that I want to shoot? I don't think I got one more that height that I really want to shoot. No, let me adjust it, because I really don't. I am going to shoot the punch bug, you know, again, just because, man, that punch bug, to me, even though I don't do much punching and, you know, grass and thick mats, it just really looks good, and it looks like a color that people would want. Let me move that over. Alright, let's get to this and see what we can do. And and we're gonna stay the same, red on bottom for these. I should have shot that one a little faster. I gotta remember with these ecto crawls, their antennas, if you don't shoot them fast, the antennas won't fill in all the way, so hopefully them right there filled in good. Alright, let's... In this style right here, you gotta remember, let's see, do I want... Yeah, I want red on bottom. This first time I've shot this one, or this style with the shooting star. See how they turn out. Alright, let's top everything off. Boom, boom. Alright. But surprisingly, I'm very surprised at how well that color matched up together. You know, I originally was going to try to do something different. You know, I really thought about maybe that blue and black mixed with that red. You know, and I'm kind of glad I stuck with this because it really turned out good. Anyway, I'm gonna let this cool off for a minute. I'm gonna pause you and we'll come right back. Alright, let's see what we got here. Good old ecto crawl. Looks great. I don't know if I'm gonna make any more of them or not. I'm just reloading it. Another beautiful ecto crawl. Cause we probably got enough to do them over again. Like I say, them right there, man, they just turned out great. Alright, let's see if these right here turned out any good. Not bad at all. Try to get in the light where you can see. Not bad. I would say that might, I think that'll match up with some of the jigs I've got. I'll probably, if we got enough plastic, I think I'll make another. Oh damn it! I'll make another batch of those. Yep, not bad. Let me look in the. I just don't want to run it to the last, you know. I don't like sucking up the air. Oh yeah, we got enough for, I believe, one more good full run. And that too, yeah. Alright, let's see if I can angle you. Right there is good enough. Alright, let's finish out strong. I don't think I want any more ectos in that color, so because I was pretty much doing the ecto crawls for myself. Who knows, I might decide to run them as soon as I get this right here. Yeah, I think I will. Let me go ahead and top these off, because it ain't gonna hurt. I mean, I got the plastic to use up. So let me just go ahead and do it. Because I think I'm getting close to the end anyway, so. Alright. Oh yeah, that's it. I just wanted to see, I went to draw one more time and she sounded dry. Let's turn that off. And you could probably squeeze out a little bit more out of this one. You see how it's at the bottom? You could squeeze that down a little bit more, and you could probably squeeze this one a little bit more. Nah, that one's pretty much empty. This one I think you could get a little touch more out of it, but let's see what we got here. This injector is not hot, so I don't know how well it's going. Usually you need them hot. It might not work with it cold. This is going to be a learning curve because I haven't done this yet either. Nah, it's sucking air as soon as I pull it. I was hoping they'd be enough. Yeah, it's enough to get you a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to. Nah, it's not enough to even try it. Well, I was gonna try to get you a couple of them made, but between this being a little bit cold and that is so close at the bottom, it's trying to suck air. So it's, let me just see. I got this one still warm. It ain't gonna hurt if it's a swirl. I might can get a little bit out. Right there. I started sucking air, but we'll see how far we can get. This will probably look like garbage. Yeah, I ain't gonna try both. I'm just gonna top that off. Push that back in. Alright, go ahead and shut them down. Shut them down. I'm gonna let these cool off for a couple minutes, then I'll come back for the closing. Alright, before I take them out real quick, there's the little minnows. That's a very translucent red, and that's cause, you know, we added that extra fresh plastic, so that ain't bad. But anyway, I was just gonna show you the minnows real quick before I hang them up. Like, it's easier to hang up, you know, like the trailers and even the lizards than it is to put them over there with the rest of them. All right, let's close this thing out. We already gonna have a long video. Anyway, I got everything hung up and spread out. We ended up with 367 baits made out of that stuff. It was close to 1.5 gallons probably total. A little shy of 1.5 gallons, but still a decent amount of plastic. Yeah, probably 2 cups shy of 1.5 gallons. So I mean, not far off. Anyway, we ended up with 367 baits. That's we got 36 of the large hog salad, 36 of the smaller ones, 29 of the mag speed worms, 36 of the standard size speed worms. Let's see, 15 of the hog salad grub, the pearl grub. I made 40 of the punch bugs. I like them. We did 36 of the phantom grubs, which is the angling AI. 30 of the trick worms. Brush hogs, we did 24. Make sure that's right. The 7-inch ribbon tails, I did 24 of them. I made 10 of the 5-inch sticks for myself. I'll use them personally. I like mine unsalted, so that's why I made them. 11 lizards, 14 ecto crawls, 22 of the chatterbait trailers, and 4 of the little minnows. So that's a decent little batch. Maybe this battery won't die. I'm gonna unplug you. Decent little batch, and you can see we just barely got a little bit left in the bottoms. I'll let this fully cool down before I peel that out and clean it. Just give you a little glance of the baits. I guess I could have put them all in one row together, but I just got them spread out. The grubs, and this is the angling AI grub. Let me put one of them. They're very, try to see. Try to get where you can see the difference. That's the pearl grub and that's the angling AI. They're very similar. They actually have pretty much identical action in the water. I mean, if you ask me, there's really not a big difference in the action on them. You know, they're both gonna have a great little doo-doo-doo kick. Anyway, this, you know, this is what we got left in the, and like I say, it's probably a couple of cups shy of, you know, 1.5 gallons total, because these right here wasn't all the way up. They were probably about 7.5 cups worth when I melted it down. And same with the 4 cup, I just did 3.5 cups. So you got, you know, at least a couple of cups shy of a 1.5 gallons what we did. Anyway, this is, you know, our little waste. We had a couple of we had a couple of air bubbles right there on the last one of the ecto crawls I shot, just because we was sucking up air trying to get the last little bit. Let's see, and honestly, I'll melt and mix all this down when I pull all these sprues apart. I'll throw all that in there and mix up me a concoction and make a bunch of personal baits. Anyway, we're fixing to wrap this up. I was trying to see if there's anything I'm missing. Alright, I think we're done. Oh yeah, I came back from vacation. I had ordered some tires, so I got some new tires for my truck. Let's see, open country AT3s. Anyway, I'll wait a couple of months before I put them on. I didn't really need them right now. I had the extra money, so I bought them. Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up. hopefully you enjoyed the video. I know it's kind of almost repetitive to one that I did maybe a month and a half ago or so. We did something similar, but this was just, you know, pretty much a remelt. The other one we actually built the color. Trying to think if there's anything I'm missing. I don't think so. So with that being said, if you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, you know what to do. If you haven't subscribed to the channel. Hit the notification bell, you know, let you know when we post something new. Share it on your social media, you know, pass the word. I'm gonna, you know, I plan on doing a big, once we hit 1,000 subscribers, I plan on doing a big giveaway. Still at 100% sure what that will be yet, but we will figure it out. We got plenty of time. I mean, we're slowly growing. So when we hit 1,000, we'll do something big. Who knows? I might actually get up with I might do the drawing first, then the winner, let them decide what they want, you know, give them a couple options, something like that probably. But anyway, you can always check us out on Instagram under Tall Tales Custom Tackles. You can get us on Facebook under Tall Tales Custom Tackles, and as always, you can always hit me up on my personal page, Eric Gilly, on Facebook. I do get a lot of messages and I try to respond to everybody. You know, sometimes I might miss them, but you know, just I'll try to respond to everybody. Anyway, thank you for watching. We will catch you next time.